Hello and welcome to beautiful Tahiti. I'm Gordon Watson. We kick off this edition of Ofc Monthly in the highest and largest island in French Polynesia, where the stage is set for the 2017 OFC U17 Men's Championship. The stakes have never been higher for the region's top 8 national youth teams, with 2 available spots on offer at October's FIFA Under-17 World Cup in India. Following our preview of the U17 Championships, we introduce a promising young Tongan talent who was one of the 7 participants at the inaugural OFC Education Centre in Auckland last year. We wrap up the 2017 OFC Champions League preliminary tournament in Nuku'alofa and preview the upcoming group stages of the region's premier club football competition. We also reflect on the legacy of the volunteer program at last year's FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup in Papua New Guinea. But first to Tahiti, where the local federation is ready to welcome Oceania's best young talent as the excitement builds ahead of the OFC Under-17 Championship.
Déjà, il faudrait peut-être reprendre par le début. Il faut savoir que ça a été très difficile pour nous, Tahiti, d'avoir l'organisation de ces éliminatoires de la Coupe du Monde U17 à Tahiti. Mais c'est fait aujourd'hui et je remercie les membres du comité exécutif d'avoir bien accepté que Tahiti organise ces éliminatoires de la Coupe du Monde. Alors pourquoi à Tahiti? Il faut savoir aussi que nous, organiser une Coupe du Monde, c'est d'abord tester aussi le potentiel de notre fédération tahitienne de football au niveau de l'organisation. Donc il faut être bien structuré. L'organisation demande des structures assez spéciaux, hein, avec des gens qui doivent travailler correctement, on va dire comme ça. Alors moi je vais répondre au niveau, personnellement, ce n'est pas une question de pression. Je pense que chaque président de fédération, s'il organise quelque chose chez lui, il veut toujours essayer de faire du mieux qu'il peut, sinon le meilleur, il veut toujours être le meilleur. C'est comme une compétition. L'organisation, pour moi, c'est une compétition pour moi. Il faut que notre staff réussisse cette compétition. Donc, la compétition, c'est l'organisation. Après, au niveau sportif, moi-même, j'étais joueur, entraîneur, donc je suis un compétiteur. Et dans toutes les sélections, j'ai toujours voulu que nos sélections gagnent, toujours fassent le maximum, qu'ils aillent au moins en finale. Mais sinon, c'est toujours de gagner, de gagner, de gagner. Sinon, je n'ai pas raison d'être président de la Fédération tahitienne de football. Je pense que Tahiti va arriver en finale, ça pour moi c'est clair. S'il n'arrive pas en finale, pour moi c'est une déception. Après, gagner la finale c'est autre chose. Parce que sur un match, tout peut arriver. Et j'espère bien sûr, sincèrement et à l'intérieur que Tahiti gagne la finale. Voilà.
With 2 places up for grabs for this year's FIFA Under-17 World Cup, making the title decider will be the very first target of every team. Defending champions New Zealand will be aiming for their 7th title and their 6th in a row, while Tahiti will also enter the tournament with high hopes. The hosts have reached the final 4 times in their 5 previous campaigns, and they will be again one of the favourites to compete for top honours.
Yes, we want to win. We want the first place. In Tahitian Federation history, we have played and we lost the 4th last final. So we want to win this time in our country. It's the main objective. Now we have 2 qualifying places. So all the countries want to win now. So I think the first objective is the semi-final, to win the semi-final, and after we won the title, of course. I think it's not a pressure for us. I think the players are very happy to play here in Tahiti from their Tahitian people. So I think it's an advantage for us. No pressure for the boys. The level of this event would be very higher from the last event. So New Caledonia is a good team, Fiji is a good team, Salomon have good players. So of course New Zealand. I think it would be a very tough event. we have to be smart because we are very far away from everywhere. So we need to be smart and that's why we have involved the team in our major league, the League One Denis, in our domestic championship. We have played about 20 games in our major league. So it's a good thing for us to prepare the boys.
The Tahitians will kick off their campaign against Group A rivals Vanuatu on February 11. Elsewhere, Fiji and Papua New Guinea will both fancy their chances to finish in the top two. As part of their preparations, the two sides have played out a scoreless draw last month at the Ofc Academy in Auckland.
Yes, this is the third game that we have played in. I guess we have been playing build-up matches in Fiji with the teams in Fiji. But then again, we were able to get teams that play different style of football compared to us. And I guess the results, even though we haven't lost any games, but then again, I am pleased with the performance that the boys are giving in. But then again, there's areas of concern where we need to work on. And I guess these games that we are playing in are giving us the right picture before we head into the competition.
We are confident. I am confident of the boys. They have put in a lot of effort in our preparation. So they have been positive all along. So I am confident of the boys and the team itself.
Everybody wants to be qualifying for the World Cup, and then again having two spots in there. I guess it's pressure on all the teams. Obviously, everybody is coming prepared, and I think they'll be coming more prepared. Because we've got two spots in there. Yes, we're working hard. I won't say that we will want to or we are going to win, but then again, I know that the hard work that we are going through with the boys in here, I guess the boys will be doing fine in the tournament since we're having a lot of build-up match and they're anticipating well in the games that they have been playing. And for the first time, these boys, they will be coming in a competition. They'll be representing their nation in the competition, and I guess a little bit pressure on us. But then again, we will go game by game.
In our pool, we see that it is the toughest pool in the tournament, but we prepare to take each game as they come. First game is always important, so we will start working on after the first game if it is a positive result for the team.
Of course, all the games will be finals. I guess we respect all the teams in there. Playing Solomon's first, we're putting focus on Solomon's first, and then we will see how we prefer in the tournament. Of course, it will be a dream come true for the boys and myself for reaching the final, because we know reaching the final is going to the World Cup. So yes, of course, but then again, keeping everything low, being more humble, keeping low profile, and managing the boys time and again, reminding them of the football that they are playing, not to ride very high. But then again, it all depends on the boys when we meet up in the games.
All this is the first time they are excited in experience, but we have a lot of youth and talent as well. So we do have a good prospect. The teams, the boys, but all teams in the competition are good teams. We do expect tough games in our pool, especially. But yeah, as I've said, the boys are pretty much. So I'm expecting a lot from the boys. New Zealand is the favorite, so yeah, it's good that they are in the other pool. But we will take each game as they come.
Papua New Guinea's under-17 campaign will begin with a meeting with New Caledonia on February 11, while the Fijians will face the Solomon Islands in their Group B opener on February 12.
Just because you cannot see violence doesn't mean it's not there. Help us raise awareness against violence.
Be heard. Speak out.
Sé un campeón. Exprésate contra la violencia.
We do not accept violence against girls and women.
Jedes Kind hat das Recht darauf, ohne Gewalt aufzuwachsen.
We support same rights for boys and girls.
But to win, we need you on our side.
このことを広く知らせるため、この太平洋地域から暴力がなくなるため、あなたの力を貸してください。
Aidez-nous à mettre fin à la violence.
Help us end violence.
Help us end violence.
Last year's inaugural Ofc Education Centre hosted 7 promising talents from across the Pacific region, including a forward from Tonga, Viliami Tevita Tukia.
My goals and my visions is to be the first Tongan professional player that has ever been, because there's never been one, and I'd like to be that person.
We call him Putty for short, and he likes that. That's his kind of like his nickname. So Putty has he's a bit of a powerhouse. He's like our ball, if I can use a term like that. Power, everything's power. So we've done a lot of fine detail work in terms of technical abilities, ball touch and things like that. So now that we've seen a more significant improvement around his ball ability, his self-confidence on the field has really grown. He's now not afraid to run with the ball and take defenders on.
Viliami is a very fast athlete who's very comfortable on taking players on 1v1 situations, and I'd say once again he's become more versatile and more comfortable at utilizing teammates to benefit himself and the team.
Very serious about everything. When I say very serious, he has a playful nature, but Tongan people in general are very reserved type of people, very thoughtful, more observationary rather than kind of put themselves out there.
The school environment, it was quite easy though, because there are lots of Pacifica students here, especially Tongans in this school. Yeah, it feels like home to me. Yeah, and all their support and their encouragement to me. Yeah, it's it's unbelievable. Yeah.
The idea we put around the project was in terms of creating a performance environment, and by our definition, the performance environment would comprise of people who are ethical in their decision-making process, who perform the best they can perform, who think the best they can think, and at the end of this, they complete the cycle by evaluating their actions. So ultimately, they've been empowered to be ethical, do their best, and evaluate everything they do on a consistent basis, and therefore moving on to becoming high-performance individuals.
I just wanted to achieve my goals straight away. This program is the first ever program, not only for football, but also they pick us because of our academia works at school. Yeah, and we're also working hard on school as well, doing everything at classes. Yeah, because those competitions are really important for a football player. Yeah, and that's what I think of a football player, is to be good in the field and also in school as well.
I would have to say his academic achievements have probably been the biggest area of his development. The Tongan academic system and the New Zealand academic system have similarities, but they're not the same. And Putty's come in and he's sat tests and assessments and exams, and he's passed them all with very good results too. So that's been huge for me to be able to talk to him about that, and we've reported that back to the Tonga Football Association through the technical directors and things like that. So in terms of ticking boxes off, we could tick his academic box off, most definitely, and definitely tick his football development box off as well.
To Nuku'alofa next, where the best club teams from Tonga, the Cook Islands, American Samoa and Samoa have met in a 4-team OFC Champions League preliminary tournament with a high hope of grabbing one of the 2 qualification places on offer for the group stages of the revamped OFC Champions League that kicks off at the end of February. Following a closely contested week of competition, it was Puaikura FC from the Cook Islands that secured top spot with 3 impressive wins from as many matches. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of their triumphant campaign. Meanwhile, the final match of the tournament paired Samoa's Lupe Olasonga with host Vaitongo in an encounter that determined the team that will join Puaikura in the 2017 Ofc Champions League. The tense 1-1 draw was enough for Lupe Olasonga to finish as runners-up due to their better goal difference. The Samoans will slot into Group A of the Ofc Champions League, which is being held in New Caledonia's capital, Noumea, hosted by 2016 Ofc Champions League semi-finalists AS Magenta. Puaikura FC will face Team Wellington and Kone, also in New Caledonia, as well as Fiji's Bar FC and New Caledonia's Yengay Sport in Group B. In Group C, holders Auckland City will begin their title defence against Western United, before facing Ley City Dwellers and Malampa Warriors at Centre Park in Mangere. While the action in Group D, which includes Marist Fire, Rewa Erakor Golden Star and AS Tefana, will be held at the Stade Pata in Tahiti. Regional giants Auckland City FC have sent a warning to their Champions League rivals by taking out the Nike Lunar New Year Cup. In the title decider, played on the final day of January, the Navy Blues defeated host Kitchi SC 1-0 at Hong Kong Stadium. Following their earlier 1-0 over FC Seoul, a goal from Clayton Lewis in the 22nd minute was enough for Ramon Trebulich's men to clinch their first trophy in 2017.
I want you to be proud of where you're from, and I also want you, when you walk out here, to remember where you are from.
What is a vision? It helps unite people. It helps create teamwork.
We're talking about a topic today that is very interesting and is quite deep in the family system. The gender-based violence, violence that starts in the homes.
I live with my father here. My mother left when I was doing my grade 6. He's strong, and so when he's mad, he'll just get up and beat me too. Every night, I just want my mom to come back with us.
Welcome to the fan zone. Lo ifla ogeta. Ifla okilili competition. Lo is a mini pitch. So you can go inside lo field. Thank you.
This week, I learned a lot about communication, health and hygiene, customer service, a mission, a vision, values. Opportunity comes once, so I just grab it.
That's our show for this month, but we will be back in March with another action-packed Ofc Monthly, including a preview of the upcoming 2018 FIFA World Cup Russia qualifiers. Thanks for watching, and we hope you join us next time. Goodbye for now.